Hello everyone. As part of the celebration of the 75th founding anniversary of San Pablo Colleges, the SPC Campus Ministry, together with the SPC Administration and SPC Marketing and Scholarship Office, launched its first segment on the Facebook page of San Pablo Colleges, Dove, Our Daily Aid, a dose of spiritual supplement to our soul. This segment aims to share daily inspiration and spiritual messages from the administration to students. A way to share thoughts about how God works with us and how we are inspired by God, regardless of what we are experiencing in our lives. Because we believe that despite all the bad things happening in this world, God has a good message and plans for each one of us. Even in a very worst and unexpected situation, God has a message of hope and love. Huwag lang tayong susuko sa paghahanap ng mga bagay na ito. Hindi ka nag-iisa, may kasama ka. So every Monday, we are expecting you to watch this segment on our Facebook page, San Pablo Colleges. Mabuhay tayong lahat.
Good day. Hello, SPCians. I am Reverend Father Loretto Sotto II. I am the chaplain of San Pablo Colleges and San Pablo Colleges Medical Center. Today, I will be sharing with you one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit. And I chose longanimity as my sharing with you for today. You know, longanimity is one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit. The word longanimity may appear new to many of us. Now, let me share with you something about longanimity. Longanimity is synonymous with long suffering, and longanimity is a virtue similar to patience. Although the virtue of longanimity is similar to patience, it is to be considered as a distinct virtue. In longanimity versus patience, in his Summa Theology, St. Thomas holds that longanimity and patience both deal with enduring difficulties for the sake of good. But patience focuses on the difficulties, whereas longanimity focuses on the good. Patience stills the soul, helping a person bear hardships serenely, like a parent calmly teaching his teens, sons or daughters perhaps, over and over again. Meanwhile, longanimity leads the soul towards a good for which we yearn, especially for the spiritual growth that flows from delving more deeply into the mystery of Christ. Thankfully, even the hardship of waiting itself can contribute to our spiritual life. So longanimity is a virtue for those who wait. It entails steadfastness in hopefully awaiting a long-delayed good. So oddly, after differentiating the virtues, St. Thomas draws them together again. The exercise of longanimity will always require patience too, he says, because the very delay of the good we hope for is of a nature to cause sorrow. He quotes Proverbs chapter 13, verse 12. Hope deferred makes the heart sing. Longanimity is waiting in hope, but it also requires patience to fortify the soul against the difficulty of waiting itself. We need patience, especially during this time of pandemic. Again, because it helps us endure all the anxieties, difficulties, challenges, and suffering brought about by the pandemic. But we also need the virtue of longanimity, because deep down in our hearts, we await, in spite of the difficult situations, of the good that is coming our way. The normalization of everything is something to look forward to. So now, how do we acquire the virtue of longanimity? We can acquire the virtue through constant practice. This fruit of the Holy Spirit is already etched into our hearts. If we do not use it, it will remain stagnant or dormant in our hearts. Thus, in order to acquire the virtue, we must practice it. If you keep on practicing the virtue, slowly, you will realize that you can actually acquire the virtue. And I'm fully convinced that once you acquire this virtue, it will help you do amazing things. Things that are too many to enumerate. Now again, in the practice of virtue, we need prayers to make the virtue more dynamic in our spiritual lives. As we set our eyes in making the virtue of longanimity as a habit, we must always ask God to grant us the grace to be able to practice the virtue. Remember, if you find it difficult to practice, do not lose hope. Do not lose patience. Always believe in the power of the virtue of longanimity. Keep on praying. Bear in mind, with God, everything is possible. May the Lord bless and keep you, including your families, loved ones, and friends. Again, good day to all, and may the good Lord bless you all.